What will you do with these 2 thumbs?
Oh, Mimi, you just reminded me. I have to show you who the current king in my Crusaders Kings is.
You can show me afterwards if you want.
Yeah, his name is Glorious.
Oh, nice.
He is High King Cocksucker.
What? He's always coming up with weird names like that. Consider the source.
Truth.
Yeah. High King Cocksucker.
You should know this by now, Mud.
I shouldn't be surprised, but still, yeah, I am.
Here we are.
Here we are.
Ooh, the Twitch is live.
Yay!
Trovo's live.
Somebody just heard me say what the king's name in this.
Oh, they
in my
absolutely did. 100% did.
Oh no.
Oh, like they would be surprised.
I'm gonna be shamed off of Twitch.
Yeah.
For shame.
Not really.
I did that to myself. Don't feel bad.
No, you'll just probably be canceled. It's fine.
Joke's on them. I don't stream on Twitch.
All right, tweets going out here. Lickety split. Lickety split.
Oh, I'm gonna test my unarmed strike. I'm glad that wasn't a test.
Ooh.
Wow. At least you got that out of the way.
Yeah, that's a nice test roll. That is a nice test roll.
Scream.
Oh, fucking Astros, man.
Don't be blaming us on the Astros.
I'm blaming it on the Astros. They are losing bad tonight.
Oh, there's my what's happening. The Red Sox take on the Astros at Fenway in Game 3 of the LCS. And apparently they're not doing well.
I mean, they're at Fenway.
And it's fucking cold as hell in Boston tonight.
Yep.
Boston.
I retweeted the twat.
What'd you just call me?
You know what? I call you lots of things.
Yeah.
Some that I don't even tell you to your face.
How dare you?
How dare?
Well,
How dare you?
I love it. That picture is great.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
It is nice.
Which feature? Yeah, that Hero Forge image looks good.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised with how well it came out.
You might want to consider maybe making one, Mud.
Making
like a Hero Forge.
You mean?
Yeah.
Possibly. I have to look into that after the game.
If you don't have a subscription, you can let me know. Because you have to have a subscription to take a picture like that. Unfortunately.
Oh.
And it has this thing called Snipping Tool.
So Pirate, when I'm down there next month, can I do one for Poppy?
Sure.
Okay. I know that Knight has one for Poppy, but that's kind of a borrowed image.
Oh my god, it's so small here. Can I change that?
I'm really sad that a long time ago I drew a picture of Poppy, but that's when we all thought she was a sorcerer.
I never saw that picture.
It's like, what is Poppy? She's a ranger? What?
Yeah, I never saw that picture, Geigen. You never
What?
posted it.
I know, and now I don't ever want to once I learned she wasn't a sorcerer.
Yeah, but I'm curious what you made her look like as a sorcerer.
Uh, I think early on, I remember you cast heal, and I'm like, you cast a cure like wounds. I'm like, that's not a spell a sorcerer has. What the hell is she?
I think some.
Yeah,
some
because
sorcerers get it.
I did use that as a first level skill,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah.
Oh, there was one.
Otherwise, you just did firebolt at everything. Firebolt.
Yep.
One thing that I did
Mhm.
not do is
That's a little bit better.
see how we are. I was like, wait a minute, where's my dice? Where's my dice thing?
Your dice thing.
I need my dice thing.
Dices, please.
All right. All right, we'll give it a minute or two, and then we will get cranking.
Hi, Sakura.
Ooh, happy birthday.
Okay.
Wait,
Sounds
wait,
good.
wait.
Happy birthday, Sakura, and we'll see you after your one shot.
Here but lurking, doing a birthday one shot. Is it your birthday?
She
Is it
said
your-
thank you.
Is it your birthday?
Happy birthday!
Welcome to Level Up Day.
Hi, Dr. Wesker.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Hope you
There
make
we
your
go.
death saves and have a happy birthday today.
Love it.
Mm.
It's going good, Wesker. How are you? Happy birthday, Sakura. I hope you enjoy your one shot. And may all your death saves be above 10. I miss singing happy birthday for everybody. We used to do that all the time.
You can
I-
sing to me next month.
Sure.
I sing it.
I will
I
happily
sing it like
sing.
Marilyn Monroe. It's the only
I-
way you can sing.
I will be
believe it.
there, lawn chair in hand, waiting for that to happen.
You both can sing to me.
Sitting right here. You rolled a nat 1 on a deception check? It was a 24. Yay, Mars! Oh my god. What are you, level 20? Jeez. Nat 1, 24. What? How is this possible?
All the proficiencies and expertise.
Oh my goodness. So good. College of Eloquence. Yep. Love them bards. All right. 2 minutes and counting. All you tricklers. Oh my goodness. Get a little good stretch in. Ooh. Get all the yawns out now.
Yawn.
Yawn.
Oh, as she
Actual
really
yawn.
yawns.
A good yawn feels good.
Sometimes.
It do.
So
I did have a nap, but I'm still kind of sleepy.
So I found
Yeah, I
out.
like a good yawn, except those times when you yawn too much and it feels like you just pulled a muscle in your jaw. Then you're just in agony.
Yeah. So I learned through various channels why it is that you actually yawn, and it is not because you are tired.
It's need for oxygen.
It is.
Your brain wants that oxygen.
Well, no. So typically, when you get tired,
Not
you
just
breathe,
your brain.
You breathe more shallow,
Mhm.
and so the point of taking a yawn is for you to take a really full breath and engage all of the different kind of places, and I don't remember the technical term, but the little guys at the bottom of your lungs that collect all the oxygen and help to convert it into good usable goodness, and release that carbon dioxide for you to exhale. If those guys aren't getting filled, they say, "Hey, take a deep breath," and that's why you yawn.
Well, and if you think about it, like I'm one of those people, when I get stressed, I will hold my breath and not realize it, and then I start yawning a lot.
It's just like, give me the
So
oxygen.
why are yawns contagious?
Subconscious. It's not actually contagious. It's like a sympathetic response.
Monkey see, monkey do.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just like some people have a sympathetic response to when people make gag noises,
Yeah.
which I think is terrible and hilarious at the same time.
There's a TikTok of a woman,
and her dad's doing it to her all the time.
No, it's not her dad. I think it's her husband.
No, it's her dad.
Is her dad?
It's her dad.
Okay, so yeah, okay.
She's like, Dad, no.
I'm like,
he's like, she's like, no.
Yeah,
nope.
she starts like dry heaving. It gets so bad.
So he goes, let's try this one. And she's just like, stop it. She says, stop it. She'll be like in like a suit, and he's just, stop it, Dad. Stop it.
When she ran up the porch after like, I think good job interview that went well, I think it was, or something like that. And
she
was so happy, and then
come on.
she was so happy, and then that started.
That's like that's a terrible thing. Although I love the fact that it's her dad. He's just like, hey, come here, kid. You know I love you, right? No, stop it. It's terrible.
True evil.
It's true evil. I think it's chaotic good is really what it is. It's chaotic good. All right, let's go ahead and get us started.
Awesome.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Dungeon Nytes, our weekly dose of D&D from us to you. Last time, the party wrapped up a few things around town and decided that they needed to take action. They needed to take action a number of different things. First off, they needed to go and talk to Scramsax and negotiated a stake in the North Block, which is pretty awesome. So now they'll be getting some residuals as time goes on, and they have a place to stay should they need it, but they don't. And it's a nice little thing to add into their overall revenue stream as heroes. Have a little constant income and without having to risk your neck all the time. So that was a good call. They got some arms and armament upgraded. We got some magical items. We're waiting on some armor, but overall, you guys are a bit better kitted than when you came back into Bryn Shander. You're now making your way down towards... Did you guys go towards East Haven, or did you just cut straight across? I can't remember what you wanted to do.
We were going to stop by East Haven, then go across.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the plan is to go by East Haven, and then Krathok has a need. He needs to go and speak with Arn, the leader of the Sky Tower tribe of Goliaths, and try to see why it is that there is such division between them and the Wormwoods, and see if they can be reunited, or the Wormdoom Crag. They need to see if they can heal these long-standing wounds, because they will be valuable allies in the adventures to come, for sure. Especially because the Sky Tower Goliaths are master tamers of griffins, in which they hope to take over to Revel's End. So one thing at a time. We will pick up on the road in the snow, just outside East Haven. It's more towards the morning.
I guess we're loading up the dogs on the sled.
Yeah, loading up the dog sled.
Secretly, when you said that, I was hoping we were going to put the dogs on the dog sled. And
I know.
Ratlock was just going to pull it.
I was just gonna pull them
In his bunny
Yep,
slippers.
bunny slippers and all, yeah.
Dogs need a break for the day.
So Poppy's gonna maybe pull Drathar aside and just talk to Drathar. What do we tell Estia with everything that's been going on? These memories. I mean, is she part of this? Is she not part of this?
For the memories, we can
I mean, do
bring
we
that
not?
up to her. But as for the Pika, I think we should be quiet for now.
Okay.
Because doing her own thing. She's adventuring for now on her own. She needed time to do her own thing, to find herself. We can tell Etsy of that. But as for the memories, I think we should definitely tell Bardaman and Estia.
Okay. I just, I mean, this is also strange. I mean, I don't want to shock them either.
Well, if it's like everyone else, we're going to walk up to them. They're going to look at us very strangely. They're going to shake their heads. And then they're going to remember things they didn't know they remembered. So it's probably going to be a little shocking no matter what. So
True.
just hopefully Bardaban didn't hate us in a past life or something in our past memories, because that would be bad.
Well, I wouldn't think so. I mean, he knows scram sacks and stuff, so I'm gonna assume that he doesn't at this point. But I guess we'll find out.
I'd assume that as well. It's just, that is something that we should kind of probably keep in mind. We might have a friend now that once they remember who we are, maybe they won't be friends no more.
Who's that? Wait, I want to know which one of our friends will not be friends with us anymore. What did we do? What did you do?
How do you know it's not you in that? Hey, jealousy is a very powerful emotion.
True.
How do you know that speaker doesn't have some crazy suitor in her town?
I mean, really, you saw the men in that town. Do you think any of them could take me?
They might be able to build a dock.
True.
I think anybody can build a dock better. Even I probably could.
Well, I think that's a challenge, Krathok.
You're more than welcome to do it, Poppy. I'll sit back and watch you build a dock.
But no, we should definitely let Bardaman and Etsia know.
Sounds good.
I'll let you tell Etsia. She was closer with you. You're also, one of the girls.
Okay, if I need you, I'll let you know.
Yeah, Bardaman will be much easier. We can just get him a drink and just tell him flat out. So we can do that with the guys.
Well, maybe we tell Bardaman first and he talks to Estia. I don't know. We've got time to figure that out.
Yeah, we have a little time.
So Poppy's just gonna kind of walk off on her own for a few minutes, and she's gonna pull the orc stone out of her pocket and just kind of rub it And just kind of whisper to it, where were you? Why didn't you help?
You feel a kind of faint pulse in the stone. Go ahead and give me an insight check.
Oh,
Yeah, 8.
You don't hear anything directly, which is a little strange, but you do gather a small kind of sense that something about kind of the Orcstone power has been held back. But as you're holding it, as you're kind of concentrating more and more, you can feel kind of, even in that small period of time, like the spirit is kind of growing stronger and is kind of closer to the surface. You think it might just need some more time.
Okay. And she's just gonna say to it, and have a good rest, and then just kind of tuck it back in her pocket.
As you do, you feel kind of a small warmth, almost kind of acknowledging that.
She goes back and helps whatever they're doing.
Borneo's petting the dogs and making sure the harnesses are tight.
Did we got a yurt, right?
Yeah.
Yep,
Yeah.
it's on the cart, not the cart.
It's on the sled.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
You've got a yurt.
I was just
Mr.
making sure
Craft
we
Dog?
got it. Yes.
Not sure if you mind, but I would appreciate riding on the sled as well.
Oh, there's enough room on there for your little self.
Thank you. We'll kind of make sure there's a nice little seat for him.
The dogs just look back at Krathok like, what the Dad? What's to carry anything
Don't worry,
else?
there'll be extra meat in it for you boys. Meat's back on the menu.
It's like 80 extra pounds you're throwing on here that we got to pull.
Give it a persuasion check.
The dogs.
Uh-huh.
It's literally going to turn into Krathok's pulling it and the dogs are riding.
All that
17.
one.
Yeah, the
rolled.
dog's kind of, your lead dog acknowledges you and kind of barks at the rest of the dogs, and they all kind of get in line and get ready for your commands.
We ready to go?
Absolutely.
Sure.
Onward, Mercutio! And I snap the reins.
Bark, bark.
Is this going to be like Santa, where you start naming all, like Santa names all the
no.
reindeer?
They've been named.
They're all named. They all have names.
I know.
The lead dog is Mercutio, and his number 2 is Edmund.
As long as you don't call them by name every time in order just to move anywhere.
I'm gonna start doing it.
Listen.
And on Mercutio and Edmund and D'Artagnan.
We haven't even hit Halloween yet, and we got Thanksgiving. Come on.
I'm a Nightmare Before Christmas fan. It
That's
starts
fair.
in October 1st.
That's fair. On 0.
I guess we're going to head on out then.
Mm-hmm.
You
I'm
know,
assuming that we have our X beaks, or
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
okay.
I hope so. I wasn't walking.
No, I know, but we just didn't say anything about it. That's why I'm mentioning it.
No. Yeah, you have your axe beaks. You're good to go. So you continue on and make your way through, on the path to East Haven. Takes you about another hour or so to get there with all the gear and everything that you're carrying. But you do come to the outskirts of the small fishing village. Again, there's no walls to East Haven. It's just you kind of start to see kind of the barren trees of the forest kind of give way to a little bit more of an open spot around the frozen lake and or the loch, I should say. And you begin to see houses just kind of get bigger and bigger in view. Where's your first stop?
Where are we stopping first?
You're coming in from the west side of town. So west to east, you have the White Lady Inn, then the town hall. At the far end of the city is the Wet Trout, and the House of Heroes is next to the White Lady Inn, just down the street.
Well, I guess we'll stop at home and or the White Lady Inn first.
All right.
Are we giving our new friend Tika's old room with all the toys?
Yeah, he can have that room.
Corn looks worried.
Don't worry, there'll be a
Look
lot of
worried.
things to play with. Just
Depends on
think twice before you bring company home.
You might want to wash them first.
Yeah, put a sock on the doorknob. If
Could
you're
that mean something
busy.
different?
Be careful before bringing company home. Before you see what's there,
Tika
you might have a lot to
Tika
hide.
did clean before you last left, just
Yeah, she did.
FYI.
That she did.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Yeah, but Tika cleaning, it could be certain things are on display now.
Fair game. So you make your way down the main road and you catch a glimpse of your house. Looks like it's been tidied up a little bit. There seems to be kind of a fresh coat of resin around the outside. It's seems to be well looked after, well cared for. The porch is clear of snow. The stairs have been fixed. Everything is in good order, and there's even a kind of a spot where you see an axe bake that's been kind of tied to a post on the side.
Oh, it looks like Estia has been keeping up with the house.
She said she would. Poppy's gonna bring Joseph to where the other axe beak is and tie Joseph off and give him a pet.
Joseph and Estia's of Axby kind of have a little moment of reuniting.
I'll tie Lunch up next to him as well.
Lunch just kind of looks over cross-eyed as they all both kind of look at Lunch and all kind of chatter back and forth with each other.
I am going to unharness the dogs and then don't know where they go.
There's actually
Corn will help.
so the house is raised because this is a fishing village, and so most of the houses are elevated to be able to allow
So they
overflows.
can just chill underneath.
so they can actually chill underneath the house if that's where you would
Got
like
it.
them to be.
Yeah, I'd rather them be down there. Not worried about them running off. They're good dogs. But now I got to go to the trout and get some meat for them.
Or
So that's where-
White Lady
Oh.
Inn.
Yeah, I could go the White Lady in too.
The wet trout tends to be the shadier place where I go.
Yeah, but that's where you first met him too.
True.
Yeah.
Oh, but then I can go get some more mead and, put honey on my steak again.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Poppy's gonna walk into the house and see if anybody's there.
Well, Poppy's walking in to check. Can I just kind of look around to see if it looks like there's any fresh footprints heading into the house or whatnot?
Yeah, no,
Or if there's
it seems like any tracks are quite dull at this point, Drathar. And the last you see are tracks that are leaving.
But there's probably no one there then.
Poppy, as you go inside, you kind of open up the door to a very nice, warm feeling. There's not a fire roaring in the hearth, but you can see that there was at least a fire that was run kind of, I don't know, probably has been out for maybe an hour or so. You see kind of embers dwindling in the hearth. There's a nice stack of wood next to it for you to be able to add more if you need to. The house is very well kept. It looks like repairs have been made from the inside. There are kind of various new spots where you can see that patches have been made to various kind of seals in the different logs to make sure that everything is up and up. The kitchen looks spotless. The floors are clean. The table's extremely high polished and actually has a couple place settings on it.
Poppy's just gonna kind of stand there for a minute and close her eyes and just feel like she's home for the moment. And then she'll walk back out.
Find anything entertaining?
No, it's quiet in there. It looks like, someone was there not too long ago. You should see all the nice repairs that have been done in there. Esty has done a wonderful job. It looks beautiful.
I'm sure Bardabin was the one that did all the repairs to help Estia, so we got to thank him for sure.
Oh yeah, of course. Of course.
Do you want
I
to show
suppose we
Corin
should
to his room?
head over to the White Lady Inn.
Now, if Ronaldo, we find out Ronaldo's the one that did the repairs for us.
Ooh, we're gonna have to tell him about Tika.
Do we have
Yeah,
to?
but if we're not going to tell Estia, we better not tell Ronaldo.
We can just tell
Okay.
Ronaldo.
The same
Not
thing.
to.
Yeah, for now, Tika's off on an adventure on her own. She had that, she's going on a drinking spree around the 10 towns.
Yeah, I agree.
She really wants all that good mead that she can get. Once we actually figure out what's going on with Tika, then we can tell them. I mean, what's more believable? She was possessed by a demon that took over her body, disappeared, and we have no idea where she is, or she left to go drinking.
I vote the left to go get drunk and parade around.
Knowing Tika, either is quite possible.
Either's quite possible, but everybody would think the demon thing is a story anyway, but I don't want to get into that right now.
Yeah, let's go to the White Lady Inn. Go see our old friends again. See how this turns out.
Works for me.
And I'm gonna start heading towards the White Lady Inn.
Poppy follows Drathar.
It's a short walk down the street to get to the White Lady Inn. Is everyone going, or is it just you two?
I'm going to the White Lady Inn because I need to go get meat.
All right. Everyone's going to the White
Corin's
Lady
following.
Inn. So you make way again down the street. As you do, the White Lady Inn kind of coming into view, kind of large, multi-storied building, looks impeccable at this point, even kind of brighter than what you remember it. As you kind of walk up the steps and open up the door, there's the kind of familiar lunch crowd that you're used to of seeing even before. A few fishermen scattered about. Ronaldo's on stage, kind of playing around with his lyre, and Bardabin is behind the bar as usual.
Poppy's just gonna kind of push past Drathar a little bit and say, Bardaman, where's Estia?
He's just going to look up. Oh, Poppy. And he's going to give you this really nice, kind of relaxed, warm smile that you have never seen him give ever. He's just looks very at peace. Poppy, it's nice to see you. Drathar. And he looks up. Krathok.
Howdy.
And a new friend.
This
Oh,
is
yeah.
Pleasure to
Corin.
meet you.
This is Corin, our new friend that we brought back with us.
Hello, Corin. Where's Tika?
He decided, since we held her off of drinking so much, she decided to go on a drinking spree. And so she'll be back around, I'm sure, sometime. She's hitting up all the drinking joints around 10 towns. She found herself a nice little merry band of drinking companions, which we got to tell Ronaldo about. But don't tell him. I want to.
I have ears. You mean my beloved goat princess is not here? Where is she? I will go to her.
We don't know where she went off to. She's just making the rounds.
So elusive.
Last we saw her was Dugan's Hold.
Mm-hmm.
Dugan's Hole. Why would you go out there?
Well, we were hired to go out there, and Krathok here sucks at building docks, so there's a lot to do.
Look, I swing my hammer and I crush things. I don't build things just because I have a hammer. I'm not a carpenter. I'm a paladin.
We're well aware, Krathok. Listen, if you run into Esdia, just tell her I miss her and I'm looking forward to seeing her again.
Why would we have to
Estia.
tell Estia that she's here?
Yeah. Is Estia gone?
Not Esdia, Tika.
Oh, well, you said Estia.
Oh, really? Maybe I've been hitting
Yeah.
the drink a little early today. I've been drowning my sorrows waiting for my beloved horned queen.
I'm going to mumble under my breath. Well, you can tell her yourself if you prayed the right way.
He's just gonna look. What? Huh?
Oh, no, nothing.
Oh,
Don't worry about it.
okay.
While he's somewhat distracted, just because I have to pull a prank on Polar or Ronaldo, I'm going to use Mage Hand. I'm going to try to steal his belt. That'll distract him enough.
Okay.
Didn't we do this last week?
Yeah.
I think it's
rolled
gonna
it.
be a thing. It's gonna be a thing, right?
Well, truthfully, I think this is... Oh, shit. I think this is how me and Ronaldo started anyways.
Hey. None of that. Just getting ready for
I'm just
my...
giving you a friendly hello.
Yeah, huh? I'm just gonna go back to playing my second set here. And he's gonna sit down on his little stool, which is literally a footstool, and perfect height for him. He just kind of plops down, he kind of crosses his leg and puts his lyre across his lap, and he starts to play. And it's a terribly sad ballad, and he starts sobbing as he's playing it, and he's singing a song about how he has a horned lover who he misses dearly, and all these different things, which
Horned
you all
lover.
know,
Well, he's not wrong.
is absolute BS, because nothing has ever happened between them. It's completely in his head. Bardabin just kind of looks up. Really?
Hey, Ronaldo, can I hear the one about the wench with the peg leg? And I'm gonna toss him. I'm gonna toss him a silver piece.
He's gonna kind of look up through bleary eyes and kind of catch the silver. Ah, the peg-leg wench, the peg-leg wench. She pegged me and I liked it. He's just crying.
God.
She's just gonna keep crying.
Well then.
I definitely didn't think that's where that song was going.
You killed Pirate. I hope you're happy. Bye.
Mimi, the delayed reaction on Mimi just got me. Still wasn't paying attention. It's just like, wait a minute. Thought the is coming through. She what? You
Oh
what?
my god!
I was not expecting it to go that way either.
Oh,
So
Night Tide, you finally came over to the dark side.
Oh, I've been here. I've been
We
here.
finally got you to see it our way.
Oh, and it's we're on a roll. Anyway,
So Ronaldo, when we see Tika again, is there something we need to tell her? What about this peg-legged wench?
no, it's a song I learned from Dugan's Hole. Apparently, there's some large man that enjoys a good pegging from a peg-leg woman. Looks at Krathok.
Not me.
I'm gonna look straight at Krathok. Do tell.
It's not me. Might be somebody related to me, but definitely not me.
Oh, it's just a relation. Uh-huh.
Poppy just shakes her head and is trying not to laugh.
You see Bartman start chuckling, and the rest of the patrons in the establishment are just kind of laughing, and Ronaldo has kind of even got a smile on his face, and he's not quite crying so hard anymore. And as you all are laughing, coming out of the back room through the hallway, where the kitchen is, comes a familiar face. And, well, what do we have here? You all have been gone long enough. And she's going to run
Poppy's-
over and give Poppy a big hug.
Poppy hugs her back and says, "You don't know how I've missed you." And she gets kind of a little teary-eyed.
Oh. Poppy, it's okay. It's okay. I missed you too. Hi, Drathar.
Hello. We could have been possibly back sooner, but we had a very mind-altering experience.
Oh. So what's this I hear about Tika going on a bender? I thought you were supposed to stop her from drinking.
That
We
was the problem.
tried.
Is she okay?
You know
at
how
least?
difficult it was. Yeah, she seems to be fine.
Okay. Hopefully we hear from
She's
her
at least
soon.
not in jail.
Sometimes we know it's probably safe for her to be there.
I don't know. She talks crazy talk when she's there.
She talks crazy
True.
talk when she's not.
And you see kind of Estia's face, kind of her eyes get real big. Yeah. So anyway, we've got all kinds of good stuff here. What can we get you? You're got to be hungry from traveling.
I'm happy to have whatever you're making, Estia.
All right
Some
then.
lunch would be nice.
Hold on. I gotta think of how
Oh,
many dogs I
Estia.
have.
This is Corin.
Oh,
Pleasure to meet you.
Joined up with
Hi.
us.
I'm
Yes.
Estia. I used to be
Corin
part of
Reed.
their adventuring party, and until I decided just to settle down here, and she kind of shoots a look at Bardaban, and Bardaban kind of blushes a little bit as he just kind of looks up.
Yeah, we had to keep our short person quota, so we're bringing Holland along.
She's gonna shoot you a look. Really?
Well, we figured we left you with a really tall man, so we had to get a tall man in Krathok. So we're just, we're working the system here.
Poppy just tries to catch Estia's eye and smiles and shakes her head.
Estia, can I get 4 elk livers raw, not cooked? And then I would like a liver and onions, please, with a big tankard of mead.
She's gonna look at Bardaban. You get all that? He's. Mm-hmm. And you see Bardaban just kind of, he pours out 4 kind of big pint mugs and just starts filling up the tankards and sets you guys up on a nice table near the bar so you all can kind of catch up and talk a little bit, and puts everything down.
Bardaban, I think you might want to pour 2 more because we're going to need you and Estia to come over for a little talk for a bit.
Oh, okay.
And Bardaman, I as much as I really appreciate the meat and I will drink this, do you have any tea with some Estia's honey?
Estia kind of perks up and you kind of see her. She kind of went back into the back room to go and see if she could grab some food. And she comes back. I already have a pot for you, Poppy. Don't worry.
Thank
Sometimes I think these guys forget themselves.
A bit.
She puts down the tea, and Krathok, you see this big jar of honey that just has a spoon in it next to the actual teapot.
I am going to grab the spoon and take a big dollop of honey out of there and just suck on the spoon.
You see Estie, hey there, Manners.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's been a while since I've been, around civilized.
Please don't put that back in the pot of honey.
I'll go get another spoon. Don't worry, there's plenty of honey. I've got some bees here now that I keep, and we get honey on a pretty regular basis. So,
oh, wonderful.
If you're hard up for honey, I can make sure that you're taken care of.
I would, if when we go out adventuring again, I'd love to take a little bit with me.
Absolutely.
And then Poppy's just gonna kind of give Krathok a little slap on the arm for taking the spoon out of the honey.
Look, I can't help it. I just can't help myself sometimes. Stuff is good.
It is, but like Estia said, manners.
Yeah, Krathok, you have to be patient sometimes. But I promise you there's plenty for all. And Bardaban kind of looks up at Ronaldo. Ronaldo, quit your belly aching and run the bar. I need to sit and catch up with the old friends here. All right. Okay.
Ronaldo, if it'd make it better, maybe you should design a special drink for Tika and call it the Tika, so when she comes back around, you can serve it to her.
His
just
face
think real hard.
Lights up. You know, that's a great idea. I'm gonna do that. You see. I know how much she liked honey and mead. I'm gonna make honeyed mead. Bardaban just looks at him. It is honeyed mead, you idiot. But all right. Yeah. Never mind. He goes back, and Estia comes back out, and she's got kind of big trays of food. She's got the liver and onions for Krathok, and she just kind of brings out a few kind of more share plate type items for you all to have, various kind of meat platters and veggies for Poppy, and some fish that has been fresh caught, along with some other veggies. And she just sits down. So, who wants to tell me what everyone's been up to?
Well, first I want to ask, have you and Bardaban, had any strange experiences such as, I don't know, strange memories?
Bad headaches?
No? Why? Just kind of looking at each other. Should we have?
I'm going to just kind of lean across the table and speak quietly. Estia, do you still think you're from the future?
She just kind of looks at you. Duh. Drathar, what are you talking about?
Well,
you know where we're from.
We met a very nice, a very interesting, yeah, that's better, very interesting person, Corin's master. And she helped us to unlock certain memories that apparently were blocked and repressed and changed.
She starts to get this very concerned look on her face. I don't know what you're talking about, Drathar, but I haven't had headaches Barnabin hasn't had any headaches that he's told me about, and we've just been very happy here, living just kind of our normal everyday lives. We fixed up the old house and shored it up. We've made some improvements here to the White Lady Inn. I mean, things have been really good. I'm not sure I really understand what you're trying to tell me.
Well, apparently, someone very powerful messed with all of our memories. And we've been learning certain things about ourselves and each other. And we have certain memories. Warren, is there any way that you might be able to help them unlock their memories or anything?
I don't believe I had quite the regents to make something as powerful as Vindel had brewed up, but I can try to explain it as best I can.
Corin, when this kind of comes up and this subject kind of gets broached, you notice there's a kind of a almost like a vibration in your cloak.
Okay. So I feel like something's in the cloak.
Yeah.
Okay. I reach into my cloak.
The Orc Master 3000.
It has resurrected itself.
Where did it come from? I thought we left it. Dubital.
It's a cursed
No,
item.
it was in the iron chest.
Ah, that's yeah.
Once
Where
it
we
goes
left
in, it desires to be back there. Never mind. So, so Corn, you kind of reach in your cloak, and you didn't remember seeing any kind of pockets or anything on this cloak. So you're kind of confused. And as you reach in, you begin to feel a seam where everything is kind of humming from. And as you reach in, you feel a couple vials and a piece of paper.
Oh, well, look here. And I read the paper.
It's in Vindel's handwriting. Corin, darling, I decided to give you a couple extra vials of the memory potion. Should anyone else desire to have their minds open, hopefully you can guide the way.
I like to think that it's kind of like Harry Potter, where the note actually reads out itself
like
in
howler.
her voice.
Yeah.
It does, but it's in his mind.
That's so sweet of her. And he'll pull out the 2 potions, and he'll explain as best he can with the potions in his hands. He says, what I have here in my hands are 2 potions that can help unlock certain memories that have been repressed. It's up to you if you choose to take it. It's quite a lot to deal with. I'll warn you, it's quite an experience to bring back such memories.
Poppy just
He'll
nods her head as
he'll
Corin
place them
is
down
talking.
on the table. We have reason to believe that certain parties, very powerful indeed, are responsible for locking powerful adventurers' memories in order to stop this the takeover that's been planned, or at least what we believe is being planned.
Estia and Bartabin kind of look at each other. I mean, I don't know that I want to take something if it's gonna change my memories. I mean, I'm happy. I don't know that I want this. Bartabin just kind of looks at her. I feel the same. I mean, what if we get memories back and it takes us apart? I don't want that.
I'm just going to look at both of them. From what we know, I doubt that will happen.
And it doesn't have to take you apart.
And it's not like you forget the memories you made. Like, I still remember all our time adventuring together and our crazy thought of being from the future. But you won't. It will change where you think you came from.
It won't change your feelings that you have now for each other. And Poppy looks directly at them.
You might even find out that before you guys were even closer, and this somehow separated you, and you'll be closer once again.
Yes, the way it works is, imagine when you were a child and you've forgotten many memories of playing in the fields and such, but this sort of magic will help remember that sort of thing that's been locked away. And again, it's up to you if you wish to take it. I'll leave the vials with you, but do be careful when you take them because it can be quite draining.
But just
for record's sake, you have, I think, 4 vials on you, Corin.
Okay. Yeah,
So
we'll keep the other 2 stashed away.
Yep.
But the other 2 I could think of is Nims and Scramsex, which Scramsex we could probably get another vial from Vendel for if we needed to. So we'd have 1 extra for someone else.
Potentially.
But I think it would be a good idea if you guys drank it. It's not going to pull you 2 apart. You 2 are oddly meant to be together.
Misty kind of looks over. I mean, I know how I feel about you, Barty, and I don't know. I'm kind of curious now. Don't you want to know if things were locked away? He just kind of looks concerned, but there's this element to him that kind of this kind of fire that you can kind of feel building up, like almost like there's a tension in him. He's just going to stand up, eerily calm. Excuse me, everyone. I'm going to need everyone to leave the inn. We have special business to attend to. Don't worry, dinner's still on. Come back at the normal time. Everything will be fine. But for now, we need some privacy. You too, Ronaldo. Oh, come on. Nope, you too. Go play at the Wet Trout. You know how they love you.
I'm going to get out a couple gold coins. Ronaldo, go ahead and get yourself something to drink on me at the Wet Trout here. I'll hand him a couple gold coins.
Okay. Thank you, I guess.
You're a good guy, Ronaldo. Even if I pick on you, you're a good guy.
Oh, well, thanks, Drathar. I'll see you over there, and
just don't hit on Darla.
I'll let her know you're coming. No, she wouldn't mess with me.
Thank you, Ronaldo.
You're welcome, and thank you. And he kind of just holds up the coins and puts them in his pocket and walks out the door and shuts it. And you all are there, alone. Well, I guess it's time to do this. And it's like this really quick switch for Bartabin. Like there's this kind of that tension you could feel, but then that calmness. And as soon as everyone leaves, there's like a fierceness in his eyes. And he takes the bottle and he pours it into his drink and he hands ST the other one. Let's do this. It'll be okay. I know it.
Would it be kind of like the switch when Ezio was kidnapped It switched from being a bartender to a adventurer
Kind of.
when he was going to go help us.
Exactly. Kind of like that, like he just instinctively grabs his axe and goes to murder something, right? Like he's just has that flip that happens. And Estia just kind of grabs the vial and pours herself a little cup of tea, puts some honey in it, and then pours the vial in on top. Well, okay, if you guys came out fine, I guess we'll give this a shot.
Nope, I'll
Poppies.
actually go get some water for you.
Yeah. Poppy's gonna just walk over and sit next to Estia and hold her hand and say, "It will be fine."
You're gonna want to drink, definitely.
And then they both kind of do a little bottoms up cheers to each other and begin to down their respective drinks.
I'm going to go help Corn get water the white lady in way by just getting snow from the roof.
I go to stand next to Barnabas just in case he, stumbles.
It's a good thing you do, because approximately 30 seconds after consuming the drink, both of them begin to kind of really freak out. Bardaban kind of violently lashes backwards, and I need you to make a dex save to see if you can catch him, Krathar.
Ah! Dex save.
I'll let you make a strength save. You're holding on to him and you're in this right spot.
Not too shabby with that 22.
All right. So yeah, you basically see him kind of thrashing backwards, and you just put a hand behind his back, and you're able to just catch him, and you're not quite cradling him, but it's kind of the same effect where your arm is kind of reaching around to his opposite shoulder, and you've just kind of got him, and he's just like hands on his head, and you begin to hear him just groaning in pain. Estia kind of doubles over Poppy into you and just kind of puts her head down and kind of into your shoulder and kind of chest, and just really seems like she's freaking out. And both of them, for the next minute or so, are just going through excruciating kind of cries and groans and just movements and kind of convulsions. And as you come back and you guys have prepared kind of water and things, you see kind of the pain begin to subside. Bardaban just kind of puts his head on the table and covers the back of his head with his hands. Estia just kind of has her hands on her face, and she slowly kind of takes them down. And as you do, you can see tears are just streaming from her eyes. Bardaban looks up, and you see an interesting look in his eyes. It's not a look that you have seen. It's more intense than what you saw when ST was captured before. Almost like there's no pupil in his eye. It's just completely taken over. And he stands up, and you hear him just give out this great, and you see the seams of his shirt begin to just stretch and pull. You can feel like just the pressure is too much, and some of the seams begin to rip on the shirt. Not completely, but just stretching beyond their limits as his body just completely kind of swells up with rage. And he just slams a fist down on the table and breaks off a chunk. And Estia kind of reaches over and puts a hand on his arm. And as she does, you see him just take a deep breath, and the shaking of his body kind of stills. I know. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. And she just gets up and walks over and kind of holds him and gives him a hug. And he leans down and just kind of cradles her in his massive body and kisses her on the head. I can't believe this would happen. But even with that, it couldn't keep us apart. And she just looks up. I know. And they just kind of stand there holding each other for a good long while, just very quietly. And you see Estia then walk kind of up to a room at the top of the stairs. One you haven't seen anyone go into yet. She comes down holding a small little box. She opens up the box, and you see these two very ornate bangles that she pulls out. One fairly large, and one a bit more petite. And she slides the bangle onto his wrist, and slides the other one on her wrist. And they kind of hold hands. I'm glad we did it. It was painful, but I'm glad we did it. It's good to know that not even this powerful magic couldn't keep us apart. As she just kind of looks at you, and there's this fire in her eyes, tears still streaming. She looks like she's relieved, but also extremely angry. Who did this? Do you know?
We believe it was the Frostmaiden.
With
She's the
that,
only one powerful enough to.
that's fine. Keep going.
No, she's the only one powerful enough to cast such magics.
You're gonna see Estia. Her body is also just gonna start shaking, and you're gonna see this look in her eyes of just pure hatred. Even when she lost it against the kobolds out in the snow, you didn't see this look. See, Bardaman kind of squeezes her hand. She kind of steadies herself. This is unbelievable. Everything I thought was a lie. It makes sense. I'm from Goodmead. I learned how to keep bees there, and I helped make mead. I traveled along with my father and heard of the great adventurers. And I met Bardaban here. We were together for many years and even married. That's what these bangles signify. It's a lot to process right now.
Completely understandable. One thing you will notice is that others may see you differently, but because you now have your memories back, you now have a step above the Frostmaiden. You can no longer be overpowered by her magic. Your memories will be yours from now on.
Bartabin gets up. Excuse me, I need to do something. And he just stands up. And he goes behind the bar. And you see him just grab that familiar axe. He walks outside, and you can see him through the window. He walks over to an absolutely dead tree that's near the edge of the lake. And with one arm, just completely cuts this thing at its base. One clean stroke, done. Grabs the
Gordon's eyes
entire
roll
tree in his hand and puts it over his shoulder and brings it back up to the side of the inn. And with one arm, puts it back down. Walks back in, breathing. Oh, that feels good. And he just very casually goes and sits back down. And as he does, we're going to take a short break, which is extremely convenient because we just got raided over on the Twitch side. The boys play D&D.
Yeah!
Thank you
Yay,
so
raid.
much for the raid. What's
A
up?
bunch.
Hi.
Hi,
How are
guys.
you all? How are
Also,
you all
Nighttide,
today?
there might be a clip on Trovo of your song.
Oh, God.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh God, I'm gonna put that on repeat.
Oh,
Remix it.
oh man.
I didn't want to interrupt the entirety of the night just to let you know that, so I waited until our break to let you know that there might be a clip.
Oh.
And of my breakdown laughing
Mm,
where I died.
Everybody died.
he is dead now.
That
Yeah.
was- yeah.
I mean,
Well,
the timing
I'm gonna
was
have
just
to have a
perfect.
copy of that clip. Thank you.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, get a link to that clip. We need that link.
Yes,
Oh,
please.
oh, okay.
Oh
Hold on.
God. And what have I done?
One of us. One of
One
us.
of us.
The internet is forever. Just know that.
True.
I'm just
Alright, I'll
glad.
get a glass of water.
I'm glad the mind fuckery is continuing between Monday and Tuesday.
It just
Still.
doesn't stop. Doing well. We're doing really well, guys. If you want to stretch your legs, get up, grab a drink, something, feel free to do so. We'll take like a 5-10 minute break, and then we'll get back into the second half of the evening.
I'm
It's
going to
going
get more
pretty
coffee.
Oh yeah, go for it. I should do that. But I'm gonna keep drinking water because I need to hydrate. No, we're doing well. We're making waves, making moves, making waves, doing things and stuff and things. Basically, our party learned a couple sessions ago that everything that they knew about themselves was actually a lie, and they were under a powerful illusion magic placed on them most likely by the Frostmaiden. And it basically completely reset everything that they thought they knew about themselves. And there's a party member that was an NPC, or that has become an NPC due to needing to move on from the show, that also was under the same spell, and they just freed their minds as well. And so everyone is kind of coming back to reality at this point and seeing just how powerful this magic was and what it's able to do to them. And I'm here. Well, welcome back.
I'm not gonna lie, my favorite part of that song is the very end. She pegged me and I liked it.
Because it was instant regret. It was mistakes were made immediately. It's like, mouth, why you betray me this way? Oh man. It was worth it though to freaking kill Pirate. Juggler, what's going on, Juggler? I've missed you. How are you? Oh man.
I think that part of the reason why we keep doing it every week is to kill you or kill everyone else.
I
It's
mean,
worth it.
It's totally worth it. We're supposed to be having fun. It's laughs. I'm all about it. Oh, things are going great, Sakura. There's a clip on Trovo apparently that if you didn't hear Ronaldo's song, apparently you need to. Apparently you need to. Well, in fact, did you guys post the clip? He did post the clip. All right, well, let me go ahead and I'm not going to bring it up on screen, but I can at least play it for you.
We're going to have to set some sort of goal that during the next charity event, if you hit a certain goal, you'll create the rest of that song and sing it.
That song does not need to live. It does not.
Yeah, it does.
No.
It's
No.
Ronaldo. You can put it in your demo reel.
No. No. New. Hell to the new. Let's see. Yeah, this sound is supposed to be coming through. Why is this tab not giving me sound?
I return.
What in the what is happening here?
I'm back.
Welcome
What is what?
back.
Welcome back.
Oh, Sakura, you missed Night Tide song.
Oh, no.
Here we go. Figured it out. Here we go. Yeah, we'll play it for Sakura because it's Sakura's birthday. The peg-leg winch. The peg-leg winch. She pegged me and I liked it. She's crying.
God.
She's just gonna keep crying.
Well then.
I just really like that. That's where that song was going.
Freaking crap. Dude, Pie's absolute dead is so good. It's like 0 to dead in 0 seconds flat.
Happy birthday, Sakura.
Happy birthday. Crapfuck wanted a song about the back leg winch.
And none of us expected that.
No, I don't know.
Nope.
It's the beauty of improvisation. I didn't expect it either. Oh, so good. So good.
Worth every penny.
Oh, man. You're doing good? Good. I'm glad. I'm glad you're doing well.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Yeah, things are going and things are interesting. Trying to figure out the landscape that is what I'm doing with my life. Apparently I'm playing I think he's trying to think of, I can't remember what race Ronaldo is.
Wasn't he a halfling?
He is a halfling.
Yeah.
He is a halfling. He's a poor little halfling that's singing a song about being pegged by a winch. From apparently he learned the song down from a fellow bard in Dugan's Hole about some big guy that liked to get pegged. Crowthawk.
No shame in that.
No shame.
Well, I want to know who the peg-legged winch is now.
Well, now you know the secret, right? It's the speaker. The speaker has a false leg, and that's who you're hearing screaming is not actually the speaker. It's Crowthawk.
Wow. We learned things today.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, Crowthawk.
That's right. Did you do 6 hours? I've split into 2 parts. The time period is 2 weeks. We did the first day. Ooh, very nice. Very nice.
Yeah.
Gotta love that. Yeah, things are coming along. Just so I guess for everybody's awareness, things are coming along in terms of the upcoming Saturday kind of campaign. But we're also looking at making some potential changes. So keep an eye and ear out for that. I'm trying to make sure that we don't get bitten by the curse as often and not able to have a show or not able to have consistent kind of fun stuff and more content for everybody. So we're trying to find ways to balance that out to where we can still have content produced, but also have some type of a live experience too. So changes might be coming, but it's sure.
I just realized Sakura missed out on the wonderful song.
Oh, she did
No.
not.
No,
We played
she
it for her. We played it for
Oh,
her.
nice.
And the reliving your insta rip immediately after the line was said just brings glee to my soul.
I like as soon as you said it, I was like, wait, what?
You
It's
just
okay.
straight died. I was like, PyExe has stopped running.
Yeah,
Please
it
restart.
It definitely had a fault.
It's okay. He gave us more backstory into the song. And so apparently the speaker has a peg leg and the one screaming is Krathok. I didn't know Krathok rolled that way.
That was the tale that Ronaldo heard. He not dare speak that to anyone for fear of what Krathok might do to him.
Is it Tasha's hideous laughter?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's the spell. I couldn't remember.
Oh man, so good.
Tasha has many good spells.
Good. All right, so Pi, you are back. Is everybody ready to get going?
Yep.
Yeah.
Good.
So before we jump right back in, what else would you like to do in town before you head?
We gotta figure out a drink that Nim likes so we can just pour this in and go give it to Nims.
I gotta feed my dogs the nice livers I got them.
Okay.
We should stop by and see the speaker here. Let her know
Yeah.
that we finished the job because we're owed money. Not that we're hurting, but we're owed money.
Yeah. And then I'm just thinking that maybe Bardaman should come with us to see Nims. Since Bardaman has now taken that potion.
We're just gonna get a nice drink that Nims really likes, pour it in, and just have you give it to him, Poppy.
Yeah. I don't like that idea,
Dang
Drathar.
it.
I don't want to start giving people things against their knowledge.
Does seem like a very horrible thing to spring on someone.
Thank you, Corin.
No.
Bardaman?
Oh, we're back in it. All right. Bardaman's he's just gonna kind of have recouped at this point. And we're gonna say that there has been some time and you all have kind of caught up a little bit and given thoughts time to process. And Estia needed to go lie down. So she decided to go back upstairs to the room that was apparently their room. One that they sometimes still share here, but was definitely their room. It was therein before the spell was cast. And she goes up to lay down, and Bardaman kind of gives her this very loving gaze. And as soon as the door shuts, Bardaman grabs the tea, looks at Corin. You.
Yes, sir.
You have another one of those.
Yes. He pulls it
elixirs.
out.
And he just holds out his hand.
Yeah. He'll place it in his hand.
Just so you know, Mud, Bardaman is like 6'5"-ish. He's a human, but he's enormous. He's a very large human. He's not as big as Krathok, but he's still a very large, imposing person. And obviously you
I am
saw him
just under
fell
3
a
foot.
tree with, one easy kind of swipe of his axe.
Artemin is human, right?
He is human. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
just a big guy.
He's just a big guy. He's no joke.
I hope he's human. That's why I drew him as.
Yeah. So as he like holds his hand out to you, just keep in mind that he's, again, at least twice your height, weighs a good bit, and is enormous.
Oh yeah, guaranteed.
And
I'm
he
just
has
under 3.
he has a very serious look on his face.
The Corn will hold
Okay.
out the potion.
And he just takes it, and he, in a very Bardabin fashion, doesn't say anything and walks out the door.
Puppy trots off after him quickly.
He's
Should
just
we follow
walking.
him?
Yeah, come on, Corn, let's go.
Yep, very well. And hops off.
I'm gonna
Like a
follow
piece of
too.
fish.
This seems entertaining.
Bardabin just walks very quietly, just walks straight up to the town hall, opens up the door, walks straight into the right-hand corridor, looking for Nims. Opens up the door. Nims is sitting behind the kind of, again, main reception area. He's got all of his books behind him. He's got parchment sprawled all over the place. He's kind of writing frantically, and once again, he's just doing his standard Bardabin, what Bardabin, what's going on here? He's
Puppy
just,
kind of peeks out from behind and says, "Hi."
and he just kind of gets like startled and almost like chokes on his own saliva as he sees you. Puppy, oh, I didn't know you were back. He's kind of heaving. Nims, listen here. I know you're not going to believe me, but you're under a spell. I need you to trust me, and I need you to take this right now. And he just grabs a cup, kind of pulls it out of his pocket, puts it on there, pours some tea into it, pours the contents of the vial to it, and hands it to him. You weren't always this way. Please, drink. I want to help you. And Nims just kind of looks up. All right, Bardabin. I know we're friends, but I trust you. And he just grabs the thing and takes a little sip at first, and makes a sour face. Oh, come on, drink up. And Bardabin just kind of like grabs the cup and dumps it up, so it's just kind of goes down his throat. And Nims just starts hacking and heaving and making his poor snotty noises that he just constantly makes. And you see over the course of the next minute that like this horrible affliction that he seems to have been suffering from for who knows how long at this point just kind of starts to leave him, and he begins to continue like hack up, almost like he's choking on something, and he kind of hacks up this kind of like ball of something that's glowing. And as soon as he does, you see like his kind of sinuses clear up a little bit, and he is able to kind of stand up, and he stands up straight, and he's holding his head, and he's kind of groaning. Oh, what in the absolute bloody hell was that? Holy shit. Oh, that's absolutely fucking awful. Oh, Bardabin, what in the hell did you give me? And as he stands up, he looks completely different. Like his face has reverted almost like 10 years of aging. as his body is just not contorted in this horrible kind of physical state that he was. He stands up straight and kind of refined from being hunched over, and he no longer seems to be sniffling, snarfling, whatever, what have you. That was absolutely awful. That absolute bitch. Did she do this to you too? Did she do this to all of you? I swear to goodness, when I get my hands on her, I am about to... He even sounds different, like he's a completely different person. I swear to God, when I get my hands on that bitch, I am going to strangle her feathered neck. Hell, I've been a bookkeeper, have I? Been a sniveling bookkeeper. And you see him just kind of like reach out with his hand. And as he does, the thing that he hacked up just kind of starts floating up through the air up to his hand. And he doesn't touch it. But you can see it's this thing that almost looks alive. And you see this small sack. And it like there's almost like this swirling kind of creature in it. And it's just oozing junk as he's holding it. And he kind of moves it out a little bit away from him, kind of across the desk. And you see him kind of take his fingers and snap. And as he does, the thing ignites, and then he makes a fist, and the thing crushes into ash and dissolves. I swear, I'm going to kill her. I'm going to absolutely kill her. I have never been so degraded in my entire life. Why? Me? She didn't do it to you. I know she didn't do it to you. I mean, she separated you from your one true love, but I mean, that's peanuts compared to being debilitated in a snot-filled old wretched body. Oh, sorry, everyone. Hi. I'm Nims. Not the sniveling old cretin you've known for the past couple of months. He just looks very awkwardly at all of you.
Corn will pipe up. This is completely understandable. This is fairly within the what I've seen with the potions.
He just kind of looks at you. Who are you?
Corn Greenleaf. Pleasure to meet you.
Corn Greenleaf. Greenleaf. Why do I know that name? Who? I can smell the magic on you. Vindle. Oh, Vindle.
Yes, I'm her apprentice.
Sly old cougar, Vindle. Huh. He's a right powerful one, that one.
Oh, yes.
You say you're an apprentice.
That's correct.
You must have some right potential for Vindle to take you on. She's
yes,
only got two modes, that one. Either pleasure or potential. Sometimes both. But you might know that already, eh?
Oh, perhaps. And he'll start like swirling some gust around just to, move some papers just a little bit. Not enough to fly everywhere, but.
I feel the storm on you. Interesting. Barman, what in the hell why did this happen? Do you know why this happened? Also, it's bloody nice to see you. Really is. You don't know that we got our memories back and everything. And he just continues to kind of scan around the room, and he kind of looks up. Holy hell. Who are you? He looks into Krathok.
Krathok. I, get around, swing this big hammer. Surprised we haven't ran into each other before.
And he just kind of like holds his head, kind of like makes like a ringing in his ear, and I'm sorry, did you say Crabfok?
No, I said Krathok.
Oh, he's just like tugging in his ear. Just
Poppy got her hand on her mouth, just giggling about that.
And he just kind of looks over at you, Poppy, and you see his face just kind of smooth out. Oh. apologize for my language, Miss Poppy. I forgot myself. I didn't realize that you were still here.
It's
Please
okay.
forgive me, and I would like to personally thank you for your kindness that you've shown me thus far, as me being a feeble, old, snot-filled man. As you can
It's
see,
okay.
that is
You're
not
welcome.
who I am in reality. And he just kind of, just kind of draws a little closer. All right, this is really bloody awkward, isn't it? So what's the game plan? We're gonna go kill her. We're gonna kill her, right? We're gonna kill her.
Working on that part.
I mean, we're technically still Bardavan, are we still retired? Yes, Nims, we're still retired, though I will admit I'm a little fired up as well. Oh, really? You're all fired up now? Oh. And he kind of looks over at kind of Drathar and Poppy. Has he started getting the urge to kill things yet? This one will go off and just slay Yetis like it's no problem. Like it's sport for him. Bloody Yeti. Can you believe that?
We've heard.
You've heard, I've seen. Just wanders off in the storm like it's no big deal, comes back 2 ginormous Yetis just by the scruff. I don't know, he frickin' does it. I'm trying to censor myself. Apologies. I have a bit of a mouth on me. Well, I mean, I guess for now I can just say thank you for everything you've done. I'm assuming you're here for some other reason than me, or am I the purpose for your visit? Just kind of looks a little vainly.
I believe it's part of it.
Well, is there anything else I can help you with? I am, of course, the secretary for the town hall for the moment. It's very
An honorable
annoying.
position. It's an honorable position. But we would like to see the speaker if she's available.
But of course, Miss Poppy, I'll fetch her right away. And he's just going to walk through the door. And he comes right back in. What am I saying? If you want to go see the bloody town, go see the speaker. Wayland's in her office. He'll be fine. He just goes in and sits down. You see him just kind of prop his feet up on his desk. I'm gonna get out of this job as soon as I bloody can. I'm gonna rot away in this shithole. I mean,
Poppy leans over as she walks by. It is an honorable position, you know.
and he just kind of like takes his feet down. Yes, Miss Poppy. Bardavan just kind of chuckles. We're going to go talk to the speaker. Don't worry. There will be certainly something for you to do, I promise. And you see him just kind of get excited, and you can feel this kind of magic in the air as there's this kind of pressure that you can't put your finger on. But you just feel it. And as you leave the chamber, the feeling kind of dissipates, and you make your way to the familiar desk of Speaker Wayland. Or office of Speaker Wayland. Who's going in first?
I'll head in first.
As you walk in, you see the speaker sitting behind her desk, and she just kind of looks up. Oh, yes. Drathar and Poppy and Krathok, is that you?
Yep, that'd be me.
Oh, gods, we're in trouble. And you're new?
Yes, Corn Greenleaf, at your service, and Doodle Bell.
All right, and then Bartman. Bartman, what are you doing here? You never come to see, well, anyone. We need to have a talk. And he's just going to shut the door. And we're going to do a little bit of a time jump here. The speaker's going to ask why you've come. You're going to explain everything that has kind of happened on your journeys, and she is going to pay you what you are owed. So, O Keeper of all things records,
Yes.
Miss Mimi,
Hang on. Let me get that pulled up. Give me 1 second.
you can basically consider that debt paid.
What were we gonna get paid? I don't remember.
I think it was another 500.
Okay.
Yeah, it was 500 gold.
Wait for each.
For
The total,
for
I
the total
think.
job.
Oh, total. Okay.
But you're going to explain to her that you've dealt with the kind of Chardalin dragon that you were originally kind of sent to deal with, and that's going to kind of come up in a certain roundabout way, that the kind of main piece of Chardalin was possessed, and that you dealt with that too. So you're not going to have to worry about the curse. The speaker is extremely elated by this news. And she offers up an additional 100 gold for taking care of that problem. And she explains that East Haven's coffers are going to be running a bit low, but it's well worth everything that you have provided thus far. Because they still have the cauldron and are still providing meals to everyone in East Haven. It's saving them a lot of resources, and so she is happy to pass along the savings to you, especially since you continuously help the town. She does have a few moments where kind of seeing Bartabin in his current state and seeing you all kind of sparks some erratic behavior, but nothing that she's willing to discuss at the moment. And she sees you out of the office. Money in hand, and her gratitude as well.
I think that's just about everything that we had to take care of. The only other stop is I do have to stop at the White Trout.
What time is it right now? Is it
It is-
mid to late afternoon?
Yeah, it's kind of mid-afternoon. It's kind of peak daylight is where it's right now.
Drathar, I know that you want to go to the Wet Trout and do that, and probably by the time you're done, it'll be getting close to dark. I'm thinking we should probably stay the night here and then go to Krathok's people, because we really don't want to be traveling at night if we don't have to at this point.
I mean, that's fine with me. I mean, I wasn't planning on anything long-winded, but I mean, I guess I can now. I got a lot of rest last night, so I mean, that works.
Poppy just kind of looks at him. Well, I mean, it only makes sense. I mean, we don't want to run into any vampire penguins or yetis or crag cats or whatever. She kind of shrugs.
Yeah, and I guess I am kind of curious. I want to hear the continuation of that song from Ronaldo, and maybe he's singing it at the White Trout right now.
I'm kind of curious now too about that song.
I mean,
Poppy
you guys are
looks
all-
up at Krathok.
You guys are all welcome to come to the White Trout, of course. And hey, you guys haven't met Darla, might as well meet her now. I mean, I plan on offering her to come help be a bartender at Scramsack's place. That way he can help us out adventuring if he needs to.
Yeah,
Also-
you did mention that.
I have met Darla. She is a wonderful woman.
I remember.
I don't think I've met Darla.
I think the only one here that has would be me and Grathok.
Yeah, she was the one who introduced us.
Out of
Well,
yep.
nowhere, Nims is going to kind of put his arm around Drathar and Krathok and kind
Uh-oh.
of tuck himself in between you. Lads, did I hear something about the wet trout and also another thing about bartending? He kind of raises an eyebrow and looks at you hopefully.
Yes, you did, Nims. Go on.
Well, you know, one of our previous traveling companions was a very fiery young lady named Texie, and she was skilled in the art of, bartending and drink mixing, and I picked up quite a few skills, and as I am quite itching to get out of this current position and managing papers and books, as it is something I do not like to do, I would much prefer to go to a more lively establishment where I can meet more people and talk and not be stuck here in this poor festering hole of it. I'm sorry, I know it's a very prestigious position, Poppy, but it's not quite my actual personality. So let's get out of here, shall we? Let's go to the wet trout.
Whatever you have to do, what makes you happy, Mr. Nims.
You're quite right, Miss Poppy. Do who makes you happy. Anyway, so let's make our way, shall we? And he's just going to start kind of trotting off towards the wet trout, just very purposefully and kind of you coming?
Before kind of following, I'm just going to quietly kind of say to Krathok, did you just hear him say, do who makes you happy? Not do
Yes.
what makes you happy?
That is exactly what I heard.
Just checking. And then I'm going to start heading off, following Nims.
You all,
I will follow up as well.
you all kind of follow Nims and make your way to the edge of town where you see the wet trout, which is again a less than desirable establishment for most. It's a bit dirty, it's kind of dusty, it's not particularly well maintained. However, there's always lively music and an entertaining assortment of folks that are telling fishermen's tall tales as well as other rumors around town. Nims gets to the wet trout and just absolutely puts his foot on the door as if to kick the door down. And he just... and the door stops. Oh, well, come on. How embarrassing. And he was trying to kick the door in when the door opens outwards. And so he collects himself, grabs the door handle, and opens the door. And then gives you a nice little direction to enter. By all means, you all first. He's trying to
I'm going to head on in and try to look for Darla.
Darla is right behind the bar, as usual.
But I'm going to pick up a place on the bar to sit down near Darla.
Poppy's gonna just follow.
Yep, Corn will sit beside Drathar.
As Darla spots Drathar, she's just going to very, very happily kind of smile and lean across the table and kind of take your head in her hand and kind of pull you in and give you a nice kiss on the cheek. It's been a while, Drathar. You've been gone. I was wondering when you were coming back. And her head kind of, as she kisses you and says that, you're going to see that she kind of takes a step back and starts to hold her head. Oh. and then kind of opens her eyes and looks at you and gives you this kind of a shocked face.
Well, that was definitely an interesting greeting. You okay, Darla?
Nah. Yeah, Drathor, I'm okay. Can we go talk in the back here for a minute?
Yes.
Dun.
We can do
Shut
that.
up, Krathok.
If need be, I'm sure Krathok and Ronaldo can entertain everyone in the White Trout.
Yeah, Ronaldo's kind of at the other end, and he's like sobbing to himself, and you know has more than spent the gold that you've given him, which is interesting because that's a hell of a lot of money. He's basically bought rounds for everyone in there, and is basically telling his sob story about how he's lost his long lost horned lover, and she's never coming back, and everyone's just kind of like looking at him like he's an idiot, but they're drinking the alcohol that he's paid for, so they're happy. As Darla kind of moves with you and you go back to the room that you most frequently together, Nims takes the opportunity to slide behind the bar. Well, would you look at here? I am more than happy to provide drinks for anyone that needs it. I know my way around a bar. Wonder who runs this place. Maybe I could get a job here. Seems like a lively place.
Sure, you can ask Darla. She'd probably send you to the right person.
I think she's a bit indisposed at the moment, Krathok, don't you?
Well, I mean, she will be back, hopefully.
One does hope, but it could be a while. You never know. Anyway, so I can prepare some smashing drinks. Anyone?
I'll take one.
I'll have a big tankard of mead.
He just starts whipping out drinks left and right, and oh, Corin, he's gonna whip up. You know, I've always wanted to try something. I've fancied myself a bit of a, you know, dabbler with the spirits, and you never know what's gonna end up good. So Corin, let me give you something that I'm thinking up in my brain. And he just starts like putting stuff together. And Corin, as you notice this, you're probably a bit concerned at this point with what's going into this kind of shot. And he kind of tops it off with another kind of quick ignition of fire on the top, and he kind of passes it to you. Give that a try.
He says a shot.
Yeah, it's like a kind of a decent sized shot. It would be considered maybe a double or a triple shot worth of stuff.
Okay. Corn actually will try to down it.
Call it the
Is that a
flaming
con save?
curse. Oh yeah, go ahead and give me a con save.
All
I'm
right.
gonna laugh if it curses him.
That should do it.
19.
Ooh, not bad. 19.
Yeah, Corin, you down the flaming curse, and as you do, what do you think of it?
Whoo! Whoo! That's strong.
As you make that, like recessed flames kind of shoot out of your mouth. Just that first time. Oh, so is it good then?
It was quite strong. It gets the bones warmed.
Yeah, I try to think of everything that it would have felt like or tasted like to be that creature that was inside my body for all this long, making me constantly having to hawk up mucus and then light it on fire and see what that would taste like. Call it the flaming curse. I certainly give you credit, Corn, for giving it a try. Not many a man would do that first try. And as you guys are kind of talking, we're going to cut to Drathar and Darla, who are kind of in the back room. And Darla's just kind of looking at you, Drathar. and kind of gives you kind of a hand for a little bit of space.
I'm gonna do an insight check on her.
Okay.
I suck at insight. 9.
Don't know.
You sense that she's very confused or conflicted. You're not quite sure which it is, but you're kind of reading her face, and she has this kind of look of kind of nervous astonishment almost. And she's just gonna kind of put a hand up. Drathar, I want you to know that all of our time recently has meant a very great deal to me. But I also need to be honest with you and tell you that I know exactly who you are.
Okay.
And I know who you work for. You know what I'm talking about.
I do.
And you don't know this. But we're technically not on the same side. And now I don't know what to do. I have very strong feelings for you, Drathar. I don't know how to resolve what's going on.
I don't know what to tell you. I mean, if we're on opposite sides, I can assume you work for someone that starts with a Z.
Yes. Come on, Drathar. I know. I am remembering many things about you. You're quite skilled and quite infamous in the space, and certainly a hard target for us, but I can't help how I feel at this point, and I don't know if I want to do this anymore. Not be with you. I this is a lot to take in. What the hell happened to me? And she's just going to kind of start holding her head as if she's still kind of in pain and very confused.
I'm just gonna kind of gently put a hand on her shoulder, not try to like encroach on the space too much. Well, long story short, I can tell you the long story later when we have more time. But just to get an understanding of this long story, someone altered the memories of certain adventurers, such as Bardavin, my party, and other adventurers, and probably many others that we don't even know of. And we found a powerful, I don't even know what to call her. We met someone that was able to help unlock our memories. And when people see us now, their memories of us tend to unlock in their minds as well what you're experiencing. As for what we do, I mean, it depends. I mean, if you don't want to work for them anymore, I'm sure I can help you with that. Or if we want to be crazy and dangerous and probably psychotic, I work for my side, you work for your side. That's a dangerous game though.
Extremely.
Personal life is personal, work is work. But if you need help or if you want help to get out, I Sure, I can help you.
She's just going to kind of look down and kind of hang her head for a moment.
I mean, I originally came here. Me and my companions who you just met outside have got a certain stake in a tavern in Bryn Shander. And I was going to see if you wanted to come there and help bartend at times. Get you a little closer to me as well, because that's where our house is. That's kind of where we're going to be focusing out of.
Drather, I need to ask you a question.
I'm all ears.
Is Nerth really dead?
Yes.
You know for sure?
Unless someone brought him back to life, I know for sure.
She just kind of gives this sigh of relief and throws her arms around you. Drather, I don't want to do this anymore. I'd rather just be with you. Nerth was the only one that knew that I was part of the Zentarum. And if he's dead, for all intents and purposes, I'm free.
Well, I made sure he was dead for sure.
I heard rumors that he was dead and that it was you that did it, but I wasn't sure and I didn't want to ask.
Still have to wonder how they figured out it was me, because all anyone ever saw was Nerth leaving his room. I'll figure that out later.
People are very suspicious of outsiders. You should know this.
Yes, they are, sadly. That's why I have certain skills that I have now. I'll just have to make better use of them. But
wait,
if you want,
do people automatically get their memories back or only when they see you?
It seems to be when they see us, their memories sometimes come back. Sometimes they don't, such as Bartabin. He didn't remember us until he drank the same thing we drank.
Interesting. If that's true and you don't go back to Targos, and people don't see you, maybe they won't realize who you really are. That might buy us some peace, at least for a while. Either way, Drather, I just want to be with you. I'm so happy that you're safe and you're back.
That's why I came back, is definitely want to see where this goes. That's why I wanted to offer to bring you over to Bryn Shander, get you closer. And if you needed a place, we have a house there, or I'm sure we have a room always at the inn that we don't need. If you wanted to stay there, you could. And could get you a job there being a bartender. It's a larger place than the White Trout. Not that I don't mind the White Trout, but
she just doesn't even hesitate. She's yes, I'll go to Bryn Shander. I can work for whoever we need to work for and do whatever I need to do.
Well, if you want to stay out of the game completely, we can do that. Or if you want me to introduce you, I can introduce you to some contacts on my side, but that's up to you. If you just want to bartend and live a normal life, I will happily give you that.
After everything that I'm remembering now, yes, I just want that more than anything. Maybe in the future, if necessity calls, I can lend my skills, but for now, no. I just want to be free of this mess. I want to leave this behind and not have to be pained by these memories that I'm feeling now.
Well, then let's go with that. Draythar's going to kind of look around. I know my companions are waiting outside, but you never said when we were coming back, so let's just take as much time as we want and just spend some time together in here. I'm sure, sadly, Nims mentioned something about wanting to bartend. He probably already jumped in and started bartending, so I'm sure that's covered.
So Darla's going to get this really mischievous look on her face. And she's going to basically pull a very acrobatic maneuver on you that essentially throws you onto the bed.
Can she roll acrobatics? I just want to see how good it looks. That's good enough. You beat a 10, that's fine.
It's pretty solid. It's kind of like she kind of slides, like kind of slides around you and kind of kicks up one of your legs and does almost an arm throw that kind of flips you onto the bed and then lands on top of you. Now that everything's out in the open, you get to see a different side of me.
Well, I'm glad, because otherwise I'd think this is going to end a different way, but whew. Glad to see every side of you will be a new experience, I'm sure.
Yep.
We're going to have some interesting times now.
Very much so. And she kind of leans in for a kiss, and we'll just do a little fade to black moment there. Is there anything you guys wanted to do in the wet trout aside from Drathar being able to catch up with Darla?
Nope, just drinking and have a good time.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Poppy's gonna just tell everybody, it's getting kind of late. I think I'm gonna go back to the house. And she'll
Yeah.
make her way back to the house.
So early.
Yeah.
It's okay. I'm tired.
Yeah, very well, I guess we'll go with you.
Well, you all kind of make your way in your own time back to the house. Corn and Poppy, you all get there first. Granthok, where are you parking it? Are you on the floor again in the main room?
No. Well, this is
It's a
the other
different
house, right?
Correct.
Yeah. I have a room in here, don't I?
Nope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
I thought I did.
We let him have Etstia's room when he was there.
Yeah, because she moved in with what's her face? With
Bardman.
Bardman.
Yes.
Bardman, yeah.
So you're gonna watch. So again, so Poppy and Corin, you're there. Poppy, you kind of show Corin to his room, formerly Texie's room, and then you're able to kind of bid him goodnight.
Yeah. This is where Tika stayed. You can stay here if you'd like. And she kind of opens the door to let Corn in.
I'll have to thank her when I see her next.
Sure. And Poppy just kind of walks into her room.
Corn will plop down on the bed.
Yeah, Corn, as you kind of go into this room, you are kind of taken aback. There's a number of very kind of risque depictions and drawings of Tika, although they're all labeled as Texie. And as you kind of go to unpack your things, you find kind of a number of different items in the drawers. A couple of the drawers are just kind of very plain Jane kind of closed, but there's nothing like overtly out in the open, shall we say. Everything's kind of tucked away. You're kind of going through drawers randomly. You're like, oh, gonna find some interesting items, but you do find something that is kind of out in the open that you notice. Behind one of the pictures on top of the dresser appears to be a note. It has kind of Poppy's name written on it.
Is this a to Poppy or from Poppy?
To Poppy.
To Poppy. Oh. I take a quick peek just to see what's inside.
It appears to be a letter.
Okay. He'll walk out the room and knock on Poppy's door.
Yes.
Miss Poppy, there seems to be a letter in Tika's room. Addressed to you.
To me?
It says right here, Poppy.
Poppy opens her door and she kind of frowns, a little confused, and takes the letter from Corin and walks to the great room, sits down, and opens it.
Poppy, as
Corin light the fire.
Yeah, as you kind of sit down and you take the letter does not seem new. It seems very old. Like there's more than a couple weeks worth of dust on this thing. The parchment itself looks like it's very dry and it's been there for a while. As you kind of turn it over, there is a wax seal that you have to kind of break, and it's very dry and kind of brittle and easily opens at that point. And as you pull out the letter, you begin to read, you realize it's from Tika. The letter basically describes everything that happened to her after she was possessed by the demon and phased and basically went through the portal out of Zardarok's fortress. It lets you know that she was basically possessed by the demon for a time. They were pulled into Avernus, where there was a constant war going on. The result of that war forced the demon to come back to the corporeal realm. But when he did, it pushed him further back in time. She was met by a young adventuring crew that she tried to seduce as the demon. But a wizard named Nims freed her from her curse and was able to kind of unpossess her, if you will, and exorcise it back to the demon plane. At that point, she took up the mantle Texi and adventured with them for years, until she finally gave up the adventuring life and decided to try and settle someplace south. There was a concubine she had met once that she wanted to pay another visit. She says that she hopes that you all are well, and that she misses you, and that she hopes to run across your path at some point in the future, but it won't be in Icewind Dale.
Poppy's reading this, and she's just, she kind of looks up, she kind of looks back down, and she's looking, but not, when she looks up, she's not looking directly at anything. It's just kind of, she's just kind of astonished, because of everything that's been going on and all the strangeness of these stories that have been happening. And a tear does run down her cheek when she reads that Tika Taxi misses us. And then she just kind of looks up at Corin, just kind of not saying a word.
Is everything okay, Miss Poppy?
She hands Corin the letter for him to look at.
Go and read it. Well, this is quite an interesting twist. Seems she is alive, and I'll have to thank her much later, but she is hopefully alive still.
I hope so. She could be a handful.
This is a pleasure to hear, though.
And Poppy just sits kind of quietly for the moment.
You all are able to kind of find your ways in for the evening. Krathok, you make your way to Estia's old room.
Yes.
Drathar, I'm assuming you and Darla are going to be sequestered in the Wet Trout for the evening.
Yeah. Is Nim still bartending?
Oh, yeah. Nim's basically has no quit. He's like this renewed ball of energy. And he's just going to go and bartend as much as he possibly can until he drops.
Hopefully there's not too many complaints about his special drinks.
Well, let's find out.
Oh, here we go. Whoa, okay.
No, he
That's fine.
he kind of laid off the creative stuff and stuck to some pretty standard fare that he picked up from Texie that he knows was tasty, as he didn't want to upset them on his first night on the job. He kicked ass pretty much the whole night.
I love that we're taking their bartender, but we're giving them another bartender.
Exactly. So they everyone is kind of settled in for the night, and we will end there for this week and pick up the next morning on the way to Sky Tower.
Yay! To Sky Tower.
To Sky Tower.
It was a really good session.
Tika owes us again because we totally saved her ass by killing Petro.
Mm-hmm.
Because Petro had a bounty out for Tika, so I mean,
Well, for Texie.
Texie is Tika, so yeah.
Yo! Well, as we've ended that session, I'm looking back over at our Trevo chat. We have another birthday there. Geekleaf, hello, and happy birthday to you.
Yeah, happy birthday.
Man, it's everybody's birthday today.
We got lots
Yeah.
of birthdays up in here today.
It is not even November when the best month for birthdays is.
Hey,
That is the best month.
September.
Nah, I like June.
September's
June.
pretty ballin'. First day of
June's good because then
fall,
you're
pumpkin starts coming back. I mean, it's hard to beat. It's hard to beat September.
see June 21st, first day of summer. Anytime in June, you're halfway to Christmas.
Or you can have it Thanksgiving week in November every year.
Yep.
Best holiday for the best birthday.
I mean, you already have a built-in
Mm.
excuse for everybody to come in and eat lots of amounts of food. And
Exactly.
they're all there and they know it's your birthday, so they're kind of obligated to get you something.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go.
And you're still far enough away from Christmas to where you get
Christmas where
double
you're
dipped.
not getting double. Yeah, you're not
Yeah.
getting double dipped on the gift.
Yep.
Yep.
Mm.
Gonna get the wave arm in November on Black Friday? Do it.
Black
Oh,
Friday
man.
is gross.
Black
Mhm.
Friday is insane. Although I feel like the deals have been a lot less insane lately. Maybe it's just
Mhm.
me, but it feels like the deals are very normie kind of deals. And it's just a lot of frustration unless you do it online, which is becoming easier
Yep.
and easier.
Yeah,
Sorry
that's
about
not
that.
been.
Sadly, having everything shut down helps a lot with that.
But
Mm.
Geekly, if you're interested in the wave arm, there's plenty of awesome uses for that, but don't be afraid to check on Amazon for some other things. I have a couple arms that I was able to get for a lot cheaper than a wave arm. You'd be surprised what you can find. It's not necessarily as high quality as you're going to get something from like the wave arm or something else, but you can save some serious buckaroos and still achieve the same functionality. So don't be afraid to shop around. There's a lot of people that are doing different things now. So that being said, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up here tonight. Yeah, deals are way less. Absolutely Nightbringer. So let's see who we got. Is there anyone live? Anyone live? We got our friends the Dork Tales. Are they still live? Doing the things.
I'm looking.
I don't see the Dorktail live right now.
They swapped their they were
Mhm.
gonna do a session 1 of Wild Beyond the Witchlight tonight, but I think they opted to do a like a Q&A session, so it might have been shorter. All right, well, I guess we're just gonna go ahead and
I'm sending you a DM
oh,
tonight.
DMs
Yeah, give me a second here.
to the
Where are
DM
you?
to the
DMs.
DM.
DMs, yes. These guys are live.
Well, Geekleaf, if you're looking for a mic arm, Samson makes a pretty competitively priced mic arm too, and it thing is sturdy AF. I love mine. That Rode arm, if you're looking for a mic arm, that Rode arm is terrible. And it's super expensive. Terrible in the fact that it does not get the mileage that it should, and it's noisy.
Honestly, I have like a $25 arm from
Mhm.
freaking Amazon.
I'm
And
telling you, they make so many arms that look like the Rode mic arm and function the same way. Like I said, I got the Samson one. Before that, I had one that was called Duifier. Both of them have worked admirably and were less than half the cost of the Rode. As long as it holds the mic, man, that's all that matters.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing I wish this one did was one more motion that I wanted from it, but it's fine.
All right.
Other than that, it's pretty fine.
Let us flee to your suggestion, Mimi. Mimi is leading the raid tonight. We're gonna go and hang out with Behold Roleplay. So let me go ahead and get the raid going over here.
I think they've rated us before.
Yes.
I was just gonna recommend them too.
Well, bam, let's do it. I've started the raid over on the Twitch side. On the Trovo side, unfortunately, there's not a whole lot of stuff. A whole lot of options for us to raid people in the D&D category yet, but we're going to keep working on that on the Trovo side. With that being said, we love your faces, everybody. You have a fantastic rest of your evening, and we will catch you guys next time. Love your faces. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye.
Let's
Bye.
raid.
Later.
We are raiding. I am ending the stream as soon as I have
Raided.
confirmation that we have raided. Yes.